see question number 3 of exercise 14.4, question number 3. The following observations have been arranged in ascending order if median of the data is 63. Means median is given. In the question it is given that median is 63. Find the value of x. Here the data is given, that is 29, 32, 48, 50, x plus 2, 72, 78, 84, 95. Now you can see this particular data is in ascending order. Is it not? This is already in ascending order, means increasing order. Okay. Now let us see the solution. Here the total number of observations equals to how much? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So total observations are 10. Okay. Observation means the data which is present. Okay. So here total observations are how much? 10. So n equals to 10. N means the total number of observations. So here number of observations are 10. So n will be 10. So now n is 10 means what? Which is an even number. N is an even number because n value is 10. And we know that 10 is an even number. Therefore n is also even. 10 is even, therefore n is also even. So if n is even, we know the condition formula. If n is even, then median will be what? N upon 2th term plus n upon 2 plus 1th term upon 2, or we can say the average of n upon 2th term plus n upon 2 plus 1th term. Alright. So now n value is what? 10. We know that. Now put the value of n as 10. So 10 upon 2th term plus 10 upon 2 plus 1th term upon 2. So 10 on cancelling with or dividing with 2, we know that it is 5. So 5th term plus 5 plus 1 will be 6. So 6th term upon 2. So now 5th term is what? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5th term. Okay, so wrote here 5th term. Now plus sign. What is the 6th term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the 6th term. So 6th term x plus 2 whole upon 2. So now x plus x will be what? 2x plus 2 upon 2. So here 2 is common. So take in the numerator 2 as common. So x plus 1 upon 2. So 2 will get cancelled, numerator and denominator. So what will be left out? Equals to x plus 1. Now this is our median according to the question. But in the question, according to question, what is given? Median value is 63. So you can write median equals to x plus 1. From here solution we got median equals to x plus 1. But according to question, what is given median? That is 63. So x plus 1, therefore x plus 1 equals to 63. Okay. Now on simplification, what happens? This 1 will get transposed to the other side. So x will be equals to 63 minus 1. So 63 minus 1 will give what? 62. So x value will be 62. And next term, what is that? X plus 2. So x plus 2 will be how much? When x is 62. So 62 plus 2 will be 64. So x plus 2 term will be 64. But according to question, what we need to find? Only find the value of x. So then you can write there, thus x equals to how much? 62. Got answer for first one? Now same way, now move to the fourth question. Fourth question is find the mode of the data which is given. What is the data? 14, 25, 14, 28, 18, 17, 18, 14, 23, 22, 14 and 18. Like this the data is given. Now arrange this data. Our aim is to find the mode, and we know that mode is the most frequently occurring number is called the mode. So now arrange these data in ascending order. So arranging this data means first you have to write the smallest number is 14 in increasing order. Ascending means increasing order. So smallest number 14 will be coming first. So how many times 14 are there? See and then write. So here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 times 14. The next bigger number is 17. Then 18 3 times. You can see that 3 times 18. Then 22, 23, 25 and 28. So from here you can see which number is occurring most of the time in this particular data. You can see 14 is occurred how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 17 is occurred only one time. 18 is occurred 1, 2, 3 times. And 22 one time. 23 also one time. 25 also one time. 28 also one time. So which number is occurred most of the time or most frequently? That is 14. So you can see we have observed that 14 is occurred 4 times. You can see 4 times 14 is occurred. Therefore, which is the most frequently occurring number? So here, which is the most frequently occurring number? That is 14. Therefore, mode equals to 14. This in question number 1 and 2, what we did, that is the frequency table also you can do. This is another method. Okay, this is OR. In frequency table of what you did, remember, that is the numbers you write and see the frequencies. Like here you wrote 14, then 17, then 18, then 22, then 23, then 25 and 28. So here you see how many times 14 came, that is 4. Again 17 one time, 18 3 times, and then 22 one time, then 23 one time, 25 one time and 28 one time. So now here seeing the table, you can understand which number is occurring most of the time. That is the highest number is 4 times which number came? 14. So 14 will be the mode. This is another method which you did in question number 1 and 2. Okay. So either you can move with this method or directly from here you can write that therefore mode equals to 14. Okay. Now move to the next. Question number 5. Now question number 5. Find the mean salary of 60 workers of a factory from the following table. Here the table is given. How many workers? That is 60 workers' salaries are given. Okay, that means that falls in different range. That means some of the workers they are getting 3,000 as salary, some of the workers they are getting 4,000, some in 5,000, some are getting 6,000, some 7,000. So how many workers are getting 3,000? See, that is 16 workers are getting 3,000 as salary. Then 12 workers are getting 4,000 as salary. 10 workers are getting 5,000 as salary. And 8 workers are getting 6,000 as salary. 6 workers 7,000 and 4 workers 8,000 as salary. And 3 workers 9,000 as salary. And 1 worker is only getting 10,000 as salary. Likewise, this is the table given to us. This is called frequency distribution. Ungrouped frequency distribution table is given to us. Now from here we have to find the mean. It is given that find the mean salary of 40 workers. Now from here first we will find out what this frequency, the work ungrouped frequency distribution table for 60 workers are. This table we will be getting. So here we had in the question we had only 2 columns, but here we will have 3 columns. That is first one is salary, which is also known as XI. XI. The number of workers, which is known as FI. FI, that is frequency. Frequency FI. Okay. So now multiplication of these two will be this, because the overall salary you have to find sum. So sum is 3,000. How many workers are getting? 16. So that means what? This should be multiplied so that this much amount of salary is given to 16 workers. Likewise 12. Each worker is getting 4,000. So how many workers are there? 12 workers are getting 4,000. So what will be the salary for the 12 workers? So you have to multiply and get. Okay. So likewise, first one is XI column, which is given here salaries. Then second one is number of workers, which is the frequency, and Fi means the product of these two. The product of
3.
So now Fi means the product of these two. So every time write the product, that is 3000 into 16 will be giving 48,000. Then same way 4000 into 12 will give 48,000. Then this salary will be Xi. So this is 5000 into 10 will give 50,000. 6,000 into 8. How many workers? 8 workers are getting 6,000 means the salary will be 6,000 into 8 equals to 48,000. Same way 7,000 into 6. 6 workers are getting 7,000 salary. So it will be 7,000 into 6 will be 42,000. Then again 8,000. 4 workers are getting 8,000 as salary. So 4,000 into 8,000 into 4 will give 32,000. Same way 9,000 salary 3 workers are getting. So 3 into 9,000 will give 27,000. And 10,000 how many workers are getting? Only 1. So 10,000 into 1 will give 10,000. Now when we add this will be summation. Summation sign, as I said, this is also called sigma or summation sign. Summation sign I equals to 1 to 8. So how many salaries range is given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 you can see. So I equals to 1 to 8. Fi Xi. Okay. So sum of all these numbers, 48 plus 48 plus 50 plus 48 plus 42 plus 48,000 plus 48,000 plus 50,000 plus 48,000 plus 42,000 plus 32,000 plus 27,000 plus 10,000 will give what? Your 3 lakhs 5,000. Okay. The sum will be 3 lakhs 5,000. Okay. Now, and this is what? Frequency 1. Frequency means how many workers are there? Total workers are 60. So sigma or summation sign I equals to 1 to 8, Fi equals to 60. When you add this, you will get 60 only because 60 workers. So now mean will be what? Mean salary will be what? This one, sigma or summation I equals to 1 to 8 Fi Xi upon sigma I equals to 1 to 8 Fi. Okay, Fi Xi summation sign I equals to 1 to 8 Fi. 8 means you can see 8 were this salary slabs are given. Okay, that is why it is I equals to 1 to 8. So now Fi Xi you can see what is that? 3 lakhs 5,000 upon total number of workers are 60. So that on dividing what we are getting, that is rupees 5,083.33. So that is the mean. So this X bar means mean. So mean equals to rupees 5,083.33. Therefore, the mean salary of 60 workers of a factory is rupees 5,083.33. So this is the answer. Mean of 60 workers. Okay? Okay. Now see children, question number 6. The last question of exercise 14.4. Give one example of a situation in which the first one is the mean is an appropriate measure of central tendency. Means one example we have to show so that where the mean will be the appropriate measures of central tendency. What are the 3 measures of central tendency? One is mean, second one is median, and third one is mode. Okay, so out of which the mean is an appropriate measure of central tendency. Likewise, one example we have to give. Okay, and second question is the mean is not appropriate measure of central tendency, but the median is the appropriate measure of central tendency. Means in the first example we have to show that mean is the appropriate central measures of central tendency, whereas in the second example we have to show that median is the main or the most appropriate measures of central tendency. Clear? Now let us have the solution for the first part of it. Mean is well known measure of central tendency and used with both discrete and continuous data. Discrete means like in groups, and continuous data. Discrete means this is your discrete data, whereas continuous means it is from 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, likewise that is continuous data. So mean can be used for both, is well known for both the type of data, that is discrete as well as continuous data. Okay, now for example, for the first one example, the marks obtained by 9 students in a mathematics test are suppose 10, 24, 15, 18, 14, 20, 14, 26 and 27. These are the marks of mathematics for 9 students. Okay, now you have to calculate the mean. We know that mean means what? Sum of all the observations upon number of observations. Now sum of this all numbers, that is 10 plus 24 plus 15, all the numbers addition upon 9, because how many students are there? 9 students. That is equals to mean will be how much? After calculating, adding and dividing, what you will get? 18.64. Okay, now suppose median you are supposed to find out. Then so on calculating we will get how much? 18.67. Okay, now median you will find, because we have to show in both the conditions what is that? Mean and median we have to show. Does it not? So now in the first example we will find median also. To find median, what we have to do? First we have to arrange this data in ascending or in descending order. So we will go for ascending order. So on arranging the data in ascending order, we get, arrange this one in ascending order, that is 10, 14, 14, 15, 18, 20, 24, 26 and 27. So here you can see how many students are there? 9. So n will be what? 9. So n equals to 9, which is odd. If n is odd, what is the formula for median? Median equals to n plus 1 upon 2, 2th term. That is equals to n is what? 9. So 9 plus 1 upon 2, 2th term. That is equals to 9 plus 1 is 10 upon 2. So on dividing, what you will get? 5th term. Now from here you count 5th term. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means what? Here 18 will be the median. So therefore, what is that? Median is 18. Mode, you know, mostly the most of the time which number is occurred in these numbers. You can see, so here 14 is only occurred 2 times. Rest all numbers are only 1 time occurrence. So therefore mode will be what? 14 as 2 times the most frequently occurred number. Okay, clear? Now this is the first one. Now second example we will see, that is, one of the weaknesses of mean is that the extreme values in the data are affect the mean. Means, suppose here I have written the data. You can see there is 2 extremities. One is very less values. You can see in thousands, this particular salary is in thousands. Here you can see 15, 18, 16 and 14, 15 and 15, 12, 17. Means below 20 all these numbers are. But here you can see it is extreme end means near to 100, triple digit number, means the highest 2 digit numbers, likewise 90s. In 90s you got, here it is within 20, but that side 90 and 95,000. Means this is one extreme and this is another extreme. This is the lowest extreme and that is the highest extreme. So mean, the main weakness of mean is that it cannot measure exactly when there are 2 extreme points in the mean, in the given data. 2 extreme point means one side we have totally 2 digit number below 20 and one side we have 2 digit number which is above 90. Okay, so 2 extreme points we got, so exact mean we cannot find. In those cases median will be the best one. Okay, so that is the question for the second one example. You know, the mean is not appropriate measure of central tendency. So in which condition mean is not the appropriate central tendency? Mean is not the appropriate central measures of central tendency when the data is given in two extreme conditions. Like one side we have the lowest, extreme lowest value, and the other side we have the extreme highest value. Okay, in between you can see in 20s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, no salary range is there. This is below 20 and that is above 90. So two extreme points are given. So in this case, whenever we find mean it won't be a exact one. It is not an appropriate one. Okay. So in these cases, median will be the appropriate one. Median will be the appropriate measures of central tendency. Then how to, on calculating mean, how much you will get? That is rupees 30,700. But you can see here there is no such salary range. Is it not? 30 is not there at all. So that is why it is the extreme one. So you can see, but data suggests that the mean does not reflect the typical salary of staff, as most staff gets the salary in the range of between 12,000 to 18,000. You can see below 18 only maximum we have. These all salaries you can see maximum they are coming in the range of 12 to 20 or 18, right? Clear? So here the mean is skewed by two large salaries. Skewed by means it is being divided into two different extreme points. This is minimum one and these two are the extreme one. Okay. So therefore the median should be the or would be the appropriate measure of central tendency in this situation. Okay. So here also you can find the median. How to find median you know, and you will get the median which will be a appropriate measures of central tendency. Clear now? Understood? Now homework questions 3 I will give, that you have to solve. After the solution of 6th question, I am giving you some extra questions as homeworks to solve. The first one is the height of 5 players are 153 cm, 140 cm, 148 cm, 150 cm and 154 cm. Find the mean height of the 5 players. Okay, so here 5 players heights are given. Okay, you have to find the mean of 5 player. So mean formula you know, sum of all the observations upon number of observations. So sum of all these numbers upon how many players are there? 5. So upon 5 you will get the mean height of the 5 players. Okay, first one is clear. Now second question is, see, if the mean of these all numbers, that is 6, 8, 9, x and 13 is 10, find the value of x. So mean means addition of all these numbers, sum of all the observations upon how many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So upon 5 is equals to 10 because mean is given. In the second question mean is given 10. Okay, so mean equals to sum of all these numbers upon 5 equals to 10. Then cross multiply and simplify for x. You will get the value of x. Okay, do it as homework. Now next third one. Find the mean of first 6 multiples of 3. First 6 multiples of 3 means what? What are the multiples of 3? 3, 6, then 9, 12, 15 and then 18. So all sum of all those numbers upon how many numbers you have taken? 6. So upon 6 will give the mean of first 6 multiples of 3. Okay, clear? Next one, fourth question is, if the mean of the observations, that is x, x plus 3, comma x plus 5, comma x plus 7, comma x plus 10 is 9. Means mean of all these numbers is 9. Mean is given to us. Mean is 9. So now we know that mean formula is what? Sum of all the observations upon number of observations. So sum of all these numbers means x plus x plus 3 plus x plus 5 plus x plus 7 plus x plus 10 upon how many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So upon 5 equals to 9. Then simplify and get the value of x. After getting x, get the data, that is here x, then whatever value of x you got, then find the second number, then third, then fourth, and then fifth by putting the value of x everywhere. After getting the number, the mean of last three observations. So last three means these three value, these three. Sum of these, mean of this you have to find out. So what you will do? The sum of these three numbers upon 3 will give the mean. Clear? The mean of last three observation means what? Sum of this plus this plus this upon 3 will give the sum of last three observations. Clear? Now fifth one is the mean of 5 number is 30. 5 number is 30. Okay. Mean of 5 number is 30. So what will be the addition of it? Sum of the numbers will be, that is 30 into 5 will be 150. This is the sum of 5 numbers. Sum of 5 numbers will be equal to how much? 150. Now after that what is given? If one number is excluded means from 5, if 1 is excluded, how much you will get? 4 you will get, 4 numbers. So 4 number mean is what? 28. So 28 is the mean of 4 numbers will be how much? 28. So what will be the sum of 4 numbers? Sum of 4 numbers will be how much? 4 numbers equals to 28 into 4. Because mean will be what? Mean into 4 will be the sum of 4 numbers. So what it will be? When you multiply, it will be 112. So now what is the excluded number? So excluded number, because one number is excluded, na? From 5 we got 4, means one number is excluded. So what is that excluded number? You have to find, means excluded number equals to 150 minus 112. Fare it out of your own, you have to do, and do the subtraction and you will get the answer. Okay, so 38. So this way you have to solve this one. This is just an hint I give. You do not see and copy down this. Okay, this is just an hint. So do all these 5 questions as assignment questions of statistics. Okay, in your fair copy as homework. Okay, thank you.